Hi, it's Susie, your trauma-informed astrologer and metaphysical practitioner. I'm going to give you the astrology update for the day. This one will not be as spicy as the one 2 days ago, but just so you know, while all the energy is in Aries, you can use that method whenever you want. We don't have to be in Aries season, but in Aries season, extra spice, extra nice. So what I want to talk about today is the fact that, of course, Mercury is retrograde. The beginning of Mercury retrograde, that's when it's going to feel like the most difficult. That's when it's going to feel like maybe the most problematic for technology or even driving. Little fender bender kind of things, car having issues, all of those kind of things. We're just not going to sign anything. We're going to double check. If we absolutely have to sign everything, we're going to get 2 other people to check for us. We're going to double check our transmissions through email or scheduling something. I had 2 things scheduled wrong today. It'll be a pain in the ass, but it's not the end of the world. So don't, with the Mercury retrograde and the sky is falling, don't buy into all of that. But there are other things going on today besides Mercury stationing and going retrograde in Aries. And one of the most beautiful things today is in Pisces, we have Venus coming up to a hug with Neptune. So Neptune is often thought of in astrology as the higher octave of Venus. So we are talking about a lot of unconditional love. A lot. And so if that's happening anywhere, your 5th house, your 6th house, really any of the houses, but especially 4th, 5th, 6th, even 3rd, 7th, 8th, and 12th. All of the houses, but those especially, you have so much energy that is supporting you today to do just self-love. When I get done making videos today, in a few minutes, I'm going to hop into a bath. I'm going to put milk and some fresh flower petals in my bath. I am going to soak up literally this Venus, Neptune, and Pisces. It's so beautiful. It's so lovely. It's poetry. If you wanted to write something beautiful, especially if this is happening in your 3rd house, if you wanted to write somebody something beautiful, if you wanted write something beautiful to yourself, if you wanted to do inner child work and go back and just give unbounding amounts of unconditional love to your younger self, it's a beautiful day to do that. There also can be extra lovey feelings when we have Venus conjunct Neptune, which will be for the next couple of days, because what's going to happen is Venus is at 26, just went into 26 degrees, and Neptune is at 27 degrees, but it's 27 degrees and 57 minutes, which means by the end of the day, it's going to inch into 28 degrees. So for the next couple of days, we're going to have this conjunction, whether it's a degree away or it's real tight or a degree in separation. And so it can be very romantic. It can help us to feel our feelings. Again, the things one could say to another person while we're having this conjunction is limitless, because Pisces is cotton candy. It's nebulous. It's billowy. If you have billowy words or billowy feelings for somebody, you could express it. Now, you might want to write it down because Mercury is in retrograde, right? You might want to write it down. If you're 1,000% sure, then fuck Mercury in retrograde, quite frankly. But if you're just all of a sudden oh, maybe I do like this person a little bit, or maybe I am having romantic feelings instead of just brown chicken, brown cow feelings. These kind of energies would support you feeling that unconditional love. Give it to yourself, give it to yourself, give it to yourself. Then when you give it to somebody else, you'll know whether it's real or it's just that energy needing to express somehow. So you expressed it to another person. Give it to yourself first. If there's a little left over and you want to give it to somebody else, great. But if they don't go hook, line, and sinker, it's because they're listening to astrologers saying, take everything with a grain of salt until the end of April when this is out of shadow. It doesn't mean they don't love you back. It just means they might not confirm that they love you back right now. Yeah, but we have lots of Aries energy, which is passionate and forward movement. I think we can jump timelines. There, I'm saying it. It's not a very professional astrologer thing for me to say. It's a very metaphysical practitioner thing for me to say. I think this eclipse season gives us a chance to like redo things. I do. And you know, while we're talking about all this romantic feelings, we also have, you know, the moon in Capricorn. And it's squaring the sun for some of the day today, which is challenging it. And so but I love this because I feel like sun in Aries, moon in Capricorn, a little bit in a challenging position. Aries is like, let's go in, let's do the thing, let's tell them, you know, brown chicken, brown cow, let's express the feelings, let's see if we can make this work. And Capricorn, that Capricorn moon's like, okay, but if we do this, we're gonna follow through. We're going to put some substance to this. We want this to have legs, or else we're not just running into the burning building for the thrill of it and we're going to run away. Capricorn moon is going to want this to express only if it can have legs, if it can have some stability, if it brings it, if it makes a family, quite frankly, whether that's a blended family living, it's going to want to have that kind of potential. You know, and also as the moon moves today, it's going to go into a trine with Jupiter. So, I mean, we have all this romantic energy, all this abundance of unconditional love, and also heightened abilities. You can probably feel your person quite a bit today. So yeah, the Mercury's in retrograde. Write it down before you say it, so it comes out right. Write it down before you say it to make sure you don't say the wrong thing. Write it down because maybe you'll read it and be like, well, maybe I don't feel that way. Write it down first, and also give all that love to yourself. Give the stability. But that squaring, that Aries moon that wants to put action to things, the Aries sun, and I'm an Aries moon, so Aries and moon just flows out of my mouth. But the Aries sun and that Capricorn moon that really want to do something but put legs to it, to me, this is a gorgeous day. Listen, I spent my whole morning wanting to punch people in the face, quite frankly, for all kinds of stuff that happened that was like cross-wired because of Mercury in retrograde. And then I did a 2-hour incredible session with one of my very favorite clients. And this day is just got tons of potential for healing, tons. So I hope if you're hearing this and you're hearing my voice, you will take that opportunity to give all that unconditional love for yourself. And if there's a little left over and it's someplace you want to actually make it happen in a stable way, then absolutely. But if they don't react to you the way that you think that they should, or they seem a little reserved, just know that that's Mercury in retrograde. You're probably talking to somebody that's listening to the astrologers going, put a pin in that. I love you, now you love you. Bye.